Before we start the reading, just a quick heads up. I offer personal tarot readings on my website, including same day and next day delivery options. If you're interested, check out the link in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. Okay, let's get started. Mr. Kurt Cobain. Let's see if he likes me enough to come around and send some messages. Kurt Cobain. He's a Pisces. Didn't I say he's a Pisces? He's a Pisces. Let me leave this open. Yep, he's a Pisces. Pisces guy. Let's leave that open. Let's get this out here. Let's move this here. And if you're seeing me looking down, it's because I'm looking at his photo over here. Mr. Kurt Cobain. Okay. All right. There's something here. There's something here. All right. Let's ask if he's here. How is his energy? Interesting. It feels like he wanted to come. Oh, he loves his fans. You know what? Okay, I think maybe he's going to start off with a message for his fans first, because I actually am feeling something here. I probably felt it within maybe 10 seconds of shuffling. He loves his fans, but the feeling he's giving me is that, yes, I loved my fans. He loved his fans, but he just felt that sometimes he just wanted to run away from them. Like I mean, I was quite young when they were popular, young enough to know who they were, but, or old enough to know who they were, but not old enough to go travel to visit them or anything. He is actually relating this to me of like what you see K-pop stars go through, where they're like crowded in the airport, they can't go anywhere. He's like, that's what it was like for him. That's exactly what it was like for him. And he loved his fans, but sometimes he was just like, you know, sometimes they would make it difficult to even want to be around them because it just felt like he couldn't breathe. He couldn't breathe. So his love for his fans was on and off. Like, yes, I love the people clapping for me. And he's also saying something like, it was like his fans saw who he truly was. But then at the same time, it became too claustrophobic. He's giving me this feeling of suffocating. It was suffocating. And sometimes he literally wanted to run away from them, but he also wanted to run away from this life that he created. Feels like he's a feminine spirit, guys. He's a feminine spirit. He's for sure a feminine spirit. This is what I'm basically asking preliminary stuff. Like, is he over there? Has he reincarnated yet? Like, you know, what's going on? Knock, knock. Moko's calling. It feels like he's over there. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like ready to reincarnate or if he's kind of like in an in-between stage. Because it feels like he wants to experience life again and experience the act of creating something. So I think he's coming back if he hasn't like started the process of coming back. And this is for people who believe in reincarnation. Not everybody who watches me does, but that's what I'm talking about. He's a feminine spirit. Beautiful feminine spirit. that's connected to that part of the divine, beautiful feminine spirit. How is Kurt doing? He's not, it feels like he's not a fan of, maybe this feels a bit harsh. It feels like he's not exactly a fan of people trying to push the issue. So he is showing me this attempt to reopen his case. This is what he's showing me. He's sort of like, no, I don't like that. I don't think he likes it. Like, it feels like on one hand, he likes that people are defending him, that they're still thinking of him, they're still commiserating with him. But on the other hand, he's just like, no, guys, like, this actually isn't what I want. It's not what I want. And it feels like he's been stopping, like on the other side, he's been stopping a reopening of the investigation, right? And then he's also kind of giving me the impression of, you know, some of these people have too much free time on their hands. And I feel like he's being gentle about it, and that he understands that some of these people, like, they may feel the way he felt when he passed. And that's why they're fixating on his one case and hoping to reopen it to get more information. But he's saying that, you know, use your free time to address your own issues, your own emotional issues, rather than trying to push something out of my life. Let me get this here. Let me get that there. Wow. Look at him. Look at him. He's I mean, he's here. He's definitely here. He's I mean, I don't think he's bragging, but he's telling me that he's like a baby angel. His energy is really beautiful, guys. But he's saying that he's like a baby angel, and the thing, and he's, again, he's not arrogant, but he's also saying that his music is a gift. It was a gift. He's not saying it in an arrogant way, but it's just more like the music that was created by his spirit. Listen to it. It's actually healing music. Anything else? No, he's talking about animals. Did they have animals when he was alive? There's more messages for his fans. So I guess we're doing messages for the fans first. He's telling them that he's still there with his fans. I don't think he's reincarnated yet, guys. He's still there with his fans, and he's telling them that things happen the way they were supposed to happen. Okay. Anything else? Any more general messages? Yeah, I mean, that's really what he's saying. That's really what he's saying. He's showing up to me as yeah, innocent. So, like, I mean, if it were Prince, if I was doing a reading on Prince and he said that, I was like, oh, that motherfucker's arrogant. But the way that he's coming across with his messages is they're very matter of fact. Like, he's not saying, oh, you know, I'm an angel, I'm a divine being, I'm a master spirit. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels like, no, this is what it is. And it's almost like that was his purpose on earth, is like, he feels like a highly evolved spirit, and he came to earth to give this music to heal like generations of people. And that's the point of his music. And it's like he doesn't want fans to focus on his death. He's like, focus on the music because it's here to help you. It's almost like, you know, those Gregorian chants that like monks and nuns sing. The point is to heal yourself with the music. It's not to focus on how he died, who did it. Let's do the investigation. Let's hate Courtney. Let's hate Dave Grohl. That's not the point. The point is to heal yourself with his music. And he's also saying that there's a lot of hidden meaning in his music as well. That not every, like, people are looking at it on a surface level, but it feels like he may have put puzzles in his music as well. I'm not super deep into the Nirvana. I'm not super deep into the fandom. I have a couple of the albums. But he's saying that there's more meaning to the music than what has been discussed so far. And he's just like, focus on that, not my death, not my death. Because again, he's saying that he was supposed to die that way. That was the plan. That was the plan. Okay, let's go on to the more practical questions, I guess. I'm not sure how, he's going to answer them because he doesn't feel like a gossiping Nelly to me. He feels like really matter of fact, quite innocent, quite high level. So let's see if he answers. I already have a list of questions here, and I'm going to go down them as I go. Okay. Kurt, while you were living, how did you feel about fame? And again, this is one of those obvious questions, but it's worth asking. Interest. Oh, here he is. Here he is. He's showing up, Mr. Pisces. Again, he's giving me the, oh, see, he's here. He's definitely here. He's for sure here. And you want to know something else that he's saying is he's just like, if you love me, it's because we're soulmates. If you love me, it's because we're soulmates. He's such a nice person. He's a really nice person. Wow. Okay. So you guys are asking about the fame. I'm asking him, how did he feel about it when he was living? And again, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at a photo of him, and this is the photo that I chose because I feel like it represents his spirit. So for the most part, he loved it. For the most part, he loved it. I feel like he's been famous before. This is not his first rodeo, being famous or being like renowned or something like that. So he loved it. He likes the attention in his normal everyday life. So having a lot of people be, in love with him or adore him, he loved it at first. It made him happy. It did. So there was a time where he was soaking up a lot of the attention. And he's being very honest with me about this, that he's a person who needed a lot of attention. Affection, yes, but he's saying attention. He wanted eyes on him. Right? So he's being honest, like, no, I like the attention. But then eventually that started to wane a little bit. He started to feel of two minds about the attention that he was receiving. That yes, this is really great. I love the attention. I like people complimenting me. I love this. I love that. Yes, it's Kurt Cobain. But then he's sort of like, maybe it has its drawbacks. And then he's also saying that the prolonged traveling got to him as well. It got to him as well. Like there were aspects of it that he really liked, namely the attention and the compliments that he was receiving from a lot of people. But the traveling, and also like this feeling of like he had to be in his home looking out at the world. So if he wasn't traveling and working, he would be at home looking out at the world, looking out at other people living regular lives because he couldn't live that life anymore. And that's at that point where he felt like he couldn't really go outside and be a normal person. That's when it was just like, I don't know about this. I really don't know about this. And again, so he enjoyed the money as well. He enjoyed the financial stability. But after a certain point, like I said, he started to feel trapped. And he started to feel frustrated. Like it was almost like there was, not that he didn't have any joy in his life, but it's like the normalcy of just being a regular human being out on the street. I don't know, going to McDonald's and having the cashier saying, hey, you want, paper or plastic? What do you want with this? It got to him. And then that's when he started to ask himself questions. Is this fame actually worth it? So again, he loved the attention. But when it started to feel like, oh, he's bringing up, if you guys are fans of Alice in Chains, They have a song, I think it's called Nutshell. A lot of people think that assume that that song is about sexual assault. But what it's actually about is feeling like your life has been taken away from you because you don't have any more privacy. He's bringing up that song into my head. He's saying, listen to Nutshell and read what fans are saying about it. Nutshell by Alice in Chains. Layne Staley is singing. Yeah, Layne Staley is singing on it. He's passed away as well. He's bringing up Nutshell. So he's just like, the moment where I felt like I couldn't live as Kurt Cobain, the human being, that's when he started to fall out of love with fame. Do you have anything else to say about that? Okay. It also feels like he's saying that he was cheated out of money and maybe jobs as well. Someone was cheating him? Is that what you're saying here? Yeah, he was owed money. This feels like an executive. This feels like an executive. Does anyone know if they were having contract issues around the time of his death? Yeah, so this is definitely an executive here, like a record executive, whatever, like big shot producer or something. It feels like they were cheated out of money. He's saying that they were cheated out of money. And actually, let me show you this other card here. Again, he's a very beautiful soul, extremely beautiful soul. Like, he feels angelic, guys. He feels angelic. Like, it feels like he's an angel in the making. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting from him. He's an angel in the making. They were cheated out of money. Out of money and out of work. Out of money and out of work. And it also feels like he's saying that around the time that he passed away, the music industry was moving away from being about the artistry and being more about like this sort of process, or maybe like an assembly line. I mean, we see it today in 2025, but he's saying around that time, it was becoming something that felt fake to him. Not fake as in, people say that they support you and they really don't, but it's more like artificial or sterilized, or people being manufactured. Are you saying manufactured? Yeah, he's saying manufactured. Oh, here's Courtney. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. He has a lot to say about Courtney. Ooh, Jesus. So he's saying that around the time that he passed, he started to notice that the music industry was becoming more manufactured and less about the individual artist. So look at what he's saying about Courtney really quick. Here's Courtney. Boom. Boom. Narcissist. Boom. Okay. Yeah, he has a lot to say about that. Around the time he left executive, we talked to Dave about breaking away. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. Well, I've also, like I said at the very beginning of this, I've done a private reading on this before years ago. My gifts weren't, as great as they are now. But I got some information about him and Dave that was interesting to me. I'll see if I get the same thing now, because he for sure is here. He's here. And he's making this connection really easy for me. Thank you. Kurt, your fans want to know, did you get a chance to achieve what you wanted to achieve in this lifetime? Interesting. You want to know what he's saying? He's saying that the most important thing for humans to do is to create. The most important for humans to do is to create. It feels like he did get to achieve a lot of what he wanted to, but I feel like he wanted to write more. Not necessarily like more music, like maybe he wanted to get into books or something to that effect. I feel like first and foremost, he was a writer. So I mean, that answers that question. But basically saying that there was more that he wanted to do. I also kind of feel like he may have wanted more children as well. So he didn't get to achieve everything he wanted to do. Because I mean, he's a writer. He wanted to create. And again, he's saying that the most important thing for a person to do in life is to create. Create. My guys have told me this so many times, is creation. Like, they're kind of like, that's the point of life, is to create. Create and be happy. Yeah. See, he's reinforcing that message. He's reinforcing it. And he's also saying the act of creating is so healing on the soul. It's very healing on the soul. So this shows up for him all the time. Master manifester. Like he has great control over his energy. You know, unfortunately it showed up in life, but you know, sometimes he just couldn't really take it, right? But again, he's reinforcing that no, the most important thing that you can do in life is to create something. Whether it's a project, whether it's, I don't know, video games, writing, a novel, a child, you know, he's saying that the most important thing is to create and to treat your creations well. And he's also saying that creating heals the soul. It heals the soul. Okay. Okay. All right. So, I mean, it feels like he wanted to write more. He's a writer at heart. Okay. All right. What's the next question? Can we ask how, when you were still alive, how did you, I mean, we're kind of getting this information, but how did you feel about just your life in general, about life? Yeah, again. Towards the end of his life, did he spend, oh, he's showing me a Leo here. Did he spend, towards the end of his life, did he spend a lot of time in his home? Because he keeps giving me this impression of he's sitting at home and he's watching life pass him by, or he's watching other people live lives that he wants to live. So that's really interesting about him, is because I'm not going to say that he was fame hungry, right? I'm not going to say that, but he definitely loved the attention that he received by being famous. Like, I'll say that. And it feels like he dreamt of being famous, of being well known for his thoughts and everything. But once he finally got there and he saw how isolating it was, he started to dream of just being normal again. So again, he keeps showing me that he's in the house and he's looking at people outside. That can be literal. So someone is saying that he became a bit of a recluse. That can be literal, because I think, what's his name? Layne Staley did the same thing. So you're saying same thing with Layne. Yeah, Layne Staley did the same thing. So it could be literal, but it also feels like he's talking about energetically that he was watching other people live their lives, whereas he was stuck in the house, isolated, feeling like I don't have any privacy, you know? It's really interesting. It's interesting. There's a Leo male here. And some big secret with this Leo male. Listen, I know him. I know Dave Grohl, Kristen, their music and everything, but I don't know all the people around them. He keeps showing me this Leo male who has a big secret. If anyone knows off the top of their head, if this is someone who, I don't know who that is, but it's somebody who has a big secret. Can you tell me, can you give me hints of who this Leo male is? Oh, no. Oh, it's someone he worked with. And he's saying that it's someone that he was partnered with for some time. I don't think any of the like formal band members, because there were 3, but there were other people who worked with them behind the scenes. I think the other 2 are Capricorn and Taurus, so it's not either of them. Well, let me ask, is that Dave Grohl? Is that ooh, hold on. Is that Christ? No, it's not Christ. Is that Dave Grohl you're showing me? Oh gosh, no, it's not. Were there rumors that he may have been bisexual, Kurt Cobain? Were there any rumors of that? Because there's like this huge secret energy around this guy that he's showing me, and it's come up quite a few times. Yeah, he doesn't like that question, so I'm gonna back off from it. Ooh. He's showing me other things about the band members. Okay. No, whoever this Leo male is, that is not one of the band members. He's showing me something else about the band members. Okay, so this is, I've seen this before. The last time I read on him, I've seen it before. That he had a huge fight with one of them, and it feels like Dave Grohl. It feels like Dave Grohl. So we'll get to that. But I feel like I already answered the question. Oh, Layne. Oh, they were accusing Layne of being... Oh, okay. Is that Layne Staley? Oh, Layne's here. Oh, shit. I love Alice in Chains. Layne's here too. Layne's here too. Were they butt buddies together? Oh, okay. Okay. That's Nirvana. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that because it's starting to, because he's not coming across to me with the gossipy energy. It feels like he's being quite frank, so I'm not going to get into that. But Layne is saying hello. Look at Layne. Here he is. He's saying hi. That's him. That's amazing, guys. They're making it really easy. Either I've gotten pretty good at doing this stuff, or they're being very nice to me, making it easy to pick up on them. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, did he write the songs for Nirvana by himself? Oh, he's saying hi. He's saying hi. He's showing me about Courtney and how dominant she was. But, I mean, you don't need a psychic to tell you that. Courtney was very dominant. He's just like, oh no, she was the man in the relationship. Like I told you, Kurt has beautiful feminine energy. Like it's so gorgeous. And maybe that's why it's easy for me to pick up on him. I don't know. Did Kurt write all of the music for Nirvana? No, he didn't write all of the music. No, he didn't. I feel like that's obvious because you still have other people who are writing the drums, the bass, the harmonies, like, so like, you know, no, the answer is no. But the other question was, did Courtney Love contribute to the lyrics for Nirvana? He's saying that she tried to. She tried to. Oh gosh. My goodness. Yeah, he's saying that no, she did contribute lyrics to Nirvana, but he had the final say on what was you know, put into the songs. I do not think that he wrote all the songs by himself, because that's like, no, he didn't write the bass, the drums. No, there were other people. Like, there were multiple parts of a song. You know, maybe I should ask lyrics. Let's ask lyrics, because there are multiple parts of a song. Take her, right. No, the answer is still no for that. No, he didn't write all the lyrics by himself. So look, it looks like she definitely contributed. She definitely contributed lyrics to Nirvana, but he was like, you know, what Erykah Badu, she was like, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. He's saying the same thing. He's just like, yeah, you know, she contributed. Listen, she contributed, guys. I know a lot of you don't like her. She did contribute some lyrics to Nirvana. However, he's saying that he was very discerning. She didn't have that big of a role in writing the lyrics. And he's saying that there were four people total who wrote lyrics for Nirvana. She contributed. Like, it doesn't feel like there would be an entire stanza that she wrote. Like, maybe she would say, hey, why don't you change this word to that word? Like, that's what this feels like. But then he's also saying that he had a bit of an ego about his music as well. I mean, they're creators, they're artists, so that's normal, right? But again, when I ask him about Courtney, he's just like, narcissist. Narcissist. Like, he keeps, he's just like, yeah, that's her. So she did contribute in her own way with editing, with suggesting mix this around, mix that around. But in terms of like writing like full songs or writing, no, it doesn't feel like that. He showed me that there are like about 3 to 4 people who wrote lyrics for Nirvana. He did not write them all by himself. All of them by himself. Okay, he did not like that question, by the way. He did not like that question. I'm sorry, I don't mean any offense. These are fans who are asking. Guys, I'm not a big fan of Dave Grohl. And because I mentioned at the very beginning of this that I've done a private reading on Kurt Cobain like years and years ago. And Dave Grohl did not come out looking that great in that reading I did. And he's kind of showing me, like Kurt, he's kind of showing me a similar thing. So we'll see if it's the same. So the question is, did Kurt try, hold on, let me see. Did Kurt try to leave the band near the end of his life? Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And a huge fight ensued. Yes, he did. And he actually said, I'm leaving. He actually said, I'm leaving. He told them that. And the rest of the band members were blindsided. Excuse me. They were blindsided. It came as a shock to them. Yes, he did. He actually, it feels like he actually did leave. He did leave. And he retired to his home. And he cited how, like he told them, he cited how, I feel like I can't leave my house. Like, I'm always anxious. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Da 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 da. And it feels like a fight ensued. Like in that original reading, so there were a couple of things that I remember from that private reading that I did years ago, is it felt like there was a physical altercation between him and Dave. But basically what he's saying is that, yes, he told them that he was leaving, that he gave them all the reasons for why. I'm not sure if he said anything about the industry feeling like it's manufactured, or I feel like I can't be my authentic self, but it feels like he mostly talked about how poorly his life changed because of them becoming famous. And a fight ensued. Drugs and alcohol were involved. Yes, he left. And it doesn't even feel like he's saying, I told them that I'm done. It feels like he actually left. He left. Yeah, he left. And here's that executive. It feels like that executive told him to take some time out. Like this, it feels like this executive was saying, I'll give him a couple of weeks and then I'll ask him how he's doing. But it feels like Kurt was kind of blocking this person off, whoever this executive is. But yeah, this person is saying, no, I'll give him a couple of weeks, like let him cool off, see if he feels the same way. But it feels like Kurt was just like, no, I feel the same way. I said what I said. I said what I said. Look at him. Look at him here. He's such a beautiful soul. He's such a beautiful energy. Humans are not meant for high levels of fame. I don't think so either. I don't even think humans are meant for being viral. To just have all those eyes and all that energy taking away from yours, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Yeah, but this feeling of being trapped in his home, it's a pattern that I'm seeing with this reading. Okay, so can I ask, let me go back to his photo. Actually, let's see. Let's get a little bit nosy. Before he passed, how did Kurt feel about Dave Grohl? because he showed me that they, oh, here's Layne. Layne is kind of saying he felt the same way as well. So like, if you guys don't know, go listen to Nutshell by Alice in Chains, because that's the song that was brought to my attention to explain how Kurt Cobain felt about being trapped in his home. But Layne is basically saying, I felt the same way. And he's also showing me the same thing that Cobain showed earlier, how there were times where he just wanted to just get away from life. And again, I mean, oh, people outside. And again, it's like, it's suicidal, but it's like, you know, how people say, I just want to run away. I just want to run away. Or like, I wish that an alien would just abduct me or whatever, where they want to be away. It's not necessarily, I want to die, but it's definitely like, just like someone just get me out of here. Cause it's like, they don't know how to get out of their circumstances. So they look to an outside source to just get them out of here, you know? So that's how they're showing it to me. How did Kurt feel about Dave Grohl before he passed? They fought over money. Ooh. They fought over money. And again, listen. So he's showing that they were longtime friends. Longtime friends, and money broke them up. They fought over money. I low-key feel like Dave, I mean, I don't know if they split the funds evenly. That seems like it's fair. But it does feel like there was a big fight over money. And then I was seeing that executive again. And then here's like this touring energy that I get. And then here's it being canceled. So I don't know, were they gonna go on tour right before he passed away, like go on tour again, or have a different, like a new leg of a tour? But it feels like whatever touring plans they had, it was canceled. It was canceled. They fought. So yes, he's reconfirming what he showed me. I feel like he showed this to me maybe 5 years ago, because I definitely read on it privately. I didn't save the reading. But yeah, he's saying that they fought. It doesn't feel like the friendship was totally broken, but it was heavily strained because Dave wanted to keep going. And he's just like, no, I can't. How did Kurt feel about Chris before he passed? Fine with Chris. Absolutely fine with Chris. Chris is, because they're both earth signs. Chris shows up as Queen of Pentacles. And Chris feels like he was totally fine with what was happening. He was fine with the money. And it feels like he and Chris got along really well. They have similar, softer, feminine energy that's more relaxed. Whereas Dave kind of feels like the odd guy out. Like he's more of a business guy. Whereas Chris and Kurt were like more creative. I mean, Dave Grohl is obviously creative, but he has a different mindset towards the creativity compared to the other two. He was fine with Chris. It was Dave Grohl that he had an issue with. Sorry. All right. So, what are his thoughts on the music industry now? Let me go back to his photo. What are Kurt Cobain's thoughts on the music industry now? Dead. It's dead. It's dead. He's like, nope, it's dead. He's like, because earlier in the reading, he was showing me that right before he was passing, he could feel that the music industry was becoming manufactured, and it was moving away from being concerned about the artistry, and it was moving more towards manufacturing artists, and having them kind of like on an assembly line where you just cut pieces together and put it together, assemble it. He's just like, no, it's dead. It's dead. Sorry about that. And how there's basically no money in it. It's dead. And if he were alive today, I mean, it's kind of like the humor is kind of a bit macabre, but he's just like, he would have offed himself sooner if he was part of this music industry now. Like, I'm sorry, but that's kind of the energy that he's giving me. But he's just like, no, it's dead. And he's sad about it. He's sad about what's become of the music industry. He's sad. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this reading and want something more personal, I offer private tarot readings tailored just for you. Whether you're curious about your love life, your career path, spiritual and personal growth, or if you are seeking clarity on a specific situation, there's a reading to support you. I also specialize in celebrity readings, providing intuitive and respectful insights on your favorite celebs and how their energy may connect with yours. Most of my readings are written, but I also offer live readings for 30 minutes, 1 hour, or more. And if you need answers fast, I offer same day and next day delivery options for quick clarity right away. You can find me on Etsy, on my website www.tarotbymoko, or click the link in the description box below. Until next time, trust your intuition and take care.